Hi and welcome to Visual Basic tutorial. This very tutorial is got to do with weekly timesheets. So I'm going to start by just defining my form size. Let's make that 1366 by, let's go for 688. Okay, I now need 8 in total, actually 8 frames right there. So let's get a group box, 8 of those. Yep, there we go, a group box. So let me now define how I want my group box to look. I want the back color of this group box to be inactive caption, and font I want it to be 12, make that bold. Then the font color, let's go for button highlight. That's fine, and that will be all for the group box. Okay, let's just design the group box the way we want. Have one there and copy. Let's make a copy, bring it down, right down here, and another copy here. Let's reduce the size of this very copy, about that. Then one more copy and reduce the size of this, and just make at least 6 of those. Just bring them all here, 3 more of this, and reduce the size a little bit more. Okay, this is how the group box now looks. So what I would do now is just select all of the group box and just drag it down there. That's fine. So we now add text boxes there so that we can enter the time in and the time out of our employees. Let me just now copy. So what I will do next is just speed it up, copy all of this again and bring it here. I will now speed it up and just get back to you guys just to show you how the system looks. Okay, right here guys, this is how the whole system is looking right now. So what I need to do is just to enter zeros in. Let's enter number 0 in here. Okay, so repeat exactly the same thing here. Enter 0, press enter, that's fine. And here I have right here have a combo box to select the rate of pay, and if there's any overtime carry out, and right here have, these are all labels. So let's enter 0 for the labels as well. Okay, that's good, that's looking good. Here have all of the components here, they are all labels as well, so I would enter 0 for them. That is fine. I've also entered command button, that's for my total. For reset, to cancel, I might not need a cancel button, but I don't know. And I have exit right there. And the other thing I've done is, let me close this so that you guys see that. Let's just save it. Employee details, time in, time out, hourly rate, overtime, hours work, Monday to Friday, and wages per week. These are labels, and this is a radio button all here. Then right here I have combo box, just for my drop down information. Okay, the next thing I will now do is double click on the form and start the following. The next thing, like I said, is to double click on the form and start just to disable all of these text box here. So if I double click, I go to form load. When the form load, I want the following text box. That's the name of each of my text box right there. Let me show it to you guys. Click on here, and this one is called TXT. Look at it, TXT time in up to TXT time in 10, from TXT time in 1 to 10, and this one is TXT time out 1 up to TXT time out 10. So the codes in there is just to disable them all. So the next thing I will now do is, you notice TXT time in dot enable equals false. That was repeated for all of those components. And the next thing is to double click on the reset, enter exactly the same lines of codes. Okay, so if I run the system, this is what you see, it's all disabled. I will now use one of these to enable, or any of these to enable these codes right there. Okay, now let's come back in here and go to the radio button right there. So I will now double click on this very radio button there, enter the following. So now it will enable those buttons. So if I run the program, it's all disabled. So let's see if that will enable it. Yes, it's enabled, so we can enter whatever data in there. Okay, that's fine. So reset. Okay, so reset, we need to make sure the reset change the text content in there to 0 as well. So let's get that sorted now. Go back in here, double click on reset. That's the reset button there. Right underneath here, I want my reset to change the whole text content. Let's change that to 0. That is fine. So just copy and repeat exactly the same thing. So I will now speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, I've completed the reset buttons. Let me just show you guys how it is now. You can see all of the text box are now forced. At the same time, they have all been reset to 0. Look at that. And the same thing applies to the label, reset to 0. Okay, that's just the reset buttons. Now the form load. So to get onto the form load, just double click on your form. That's it right there. So with the form load, I'll line the form load to load the following. One my combo.item.items.add. I would like it to add as follows. Let's go for 0. So that will add 0. If I run the system now, you will see the very first combo box has a 0 right there. Okay, so I would like you to add more than that, and I think that's supposed to be the hourly rate. Good. Okay, and this other one is going to be time. Alright, so the time can start from 1 hour and so on. So let's go back to the form load in here. Combo box of overtime.items.add start from 0 as well and up to 8. Let's assume they can only do more than 8 hours. That is for overtime. Alright, so we just change this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 right there. Okay, as for hourly rate, okay, let's take this up. As for hourly rates, it can start from the basic pay. That's the basic, so let's increase by maybe 1.5, so that will give us approximately that. So add another 1.5 to that. That should give you 99. Yeah, so that should be 11.4. Then add another 150. That should give us 12 point. Let's make that 9. 14.4 and 15.9, and that will be 17.4. Okay, we can add more to it. Maybe we should just add a couple more for the combo box, because this is hourly rate anyway. Okay, now we make that 18. That's 18. Yeah, that's correct. That's 20. 20.4. Then we have 21 here. 21 and 22, 23. That is correct. So then just one more will give us 24 pounds plus 24.9. Yeah, so that's fine. If I run my program now, what will happen with the combo box is these are the hourly rate. So we can just select. Okay, but one other thing is yeah, that's fine, so maybe we should just, in the combo box here, let's select the combo box and go to the property and just set the default to 0 anyway. There's 0 there on the default, so if you look at that, there's always a 0 there. Okay, so I'll repeat the same thing for the other combo box. So enter 0 there. Yeah, repeat the same thing for these ones. Select it all, go to the text and just enter a 0. So that's the default, so you can manually change it to 0 or whatever. If I select, this is the very first one, but if I select this now, I can change it to 0. So I need to repeat exactly the same lines of code for this other one. This one has its own as well. Change it to 0. This one doesn't have, they don't have anything. So let's just change those and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, another thing that I noticed is we can, instead of writing a code just like we did for this other combo box here, we can just use one of the properties here, right here. That's it, items. Click on that, drop that down, enter your items right in there. Click on OK. So if I run it, I have all my items right in there. So I will then repeat exactly the same thing for the other combo box. That's more easier. So let's just get that spaced. So I'll just complete all of that and get back to you guys. Okay, with the aid of this string collector, I've been able to complete all of the data just in a short time. Look at it right here. So the choice, I feel the choice is going to be yours if you want to do it that way, using this very property to enter all of the data you wanted, or you can use lines of codes right here. This is the lines of code I use for the very first two combo boxes right there. Okay, if you notice this, no, if I go to the item right here, there's nothing in the item. I've used codes to do that. So if I run the system, this is how it looks like. See, it's exactly the same thing using the item collector, and that applies to this as well. Okay, but the next thing is to carry out the calculation. Okay, supposing our employee, when we enable this, enter time, and that's time in and time out. Let's say about 4. I want to be able to click on these. Once I select hourly rates, I want to be able to click on this and I see the total hours worked, this deducted from this, and I see the total hours worked there. Then multiply everything together, 1, 2 and 3, to give us how much is made on Monday, and the total wages earned will be displayed right here. So let's do that now. Okay, I'm going to start the coding of these very total wages, but before that, let me just enable all of this. Let's copy all of these lines of code so that they can enable any of those text box. So double click on this, paste, and repeat exactly the same thing. Paste that in there on Friday there. Okay, with this variable, I'm going to declare a variable right there, a local variable. I'll call that dim m as double. Okay, but just before that, let me show you guys one or two things. Right here I have the following variables that I've declared. Look at it, it's a very long line of a variable. Our 1 has doubled up to hour 92, and I've also declared total hour 1 up to total hour 49, all as double. Okay, just to make life easy, that's why I get that done out of the way. Then the next thing I will say is if statement. If rad Monday right there dot head equals true, then I want the following to take place. Okay, yeah. So if you look at that, hour 1, which is my variable there, stores the following, whatever is inside txt timer 1 and txt time out 1 is stored inside this variable. And then both of the content are then subtracted and assigned into total hours 1, and is then multiplied by 20, divided by 24, and right here I then multiply by 24 again so that I can get it back to a whole number. Okay, if I don't do it like that, we only end up with point whatever. Okay, so Here I've added the numbers inside the combo box, get the Monday, and then I then has converted it here so that I can assign it into the Monday label. The Monday label is right here. This is where you get your wages, which is right there, total wage, right there. Look at it. Okay, so let's try this out. Let me run it and see. So supposing this guy starts work at 7 a.m. in the morning and he finishes at 1500 hours, and maybe it's on £8 plus, and right here let's assume, yeah, why not overtime? Okay, all we just need to do is, we're working with Monday, all we need to do is click on enable, and that's it. That's what he gets for Monday. For Tuesday it's not working because I've not actually carried out the coding for Tuesday. So all I just need to do now is, these are not working yet, this works. All I just need to do now is I should be able to, they need to add 1 or 2 lines of code there. Okay, all I need to now do is just copy and paste and change some of the values in there. Okay, I've completed the first coding for this very column right there. So if I double click, here are the lines of codes for that very column, the Monday code section of it. That's it right there. Local variable declared, I've not used that yet. Okay, that's it. And see the lines of codes all the way down. And those lines of codes are just for Monday, so we still have to do Tuesday to Friday. Okay, but then before I continue, let me enter my refresh code right there for the combo box. There, those are the refresh reset code for the combo box right there. So if I run it, let me run it for you guys to see. So I have let's say we start work at 7, so I'm just going to copy that and just paste, and we finish at about, let's say, oh, that's 7 to 7. Okay, that's good. We'll find out how long that will take us. Alright, so let's just put that in there, and this is just for the Monday. That's just for Monday right there. So let's choose our rate of pay, maybe 1 or 2 overtime. I will not bother much with that. Alright, so if I click on my total wage right now, select Monday. Monday should be set as the default. Okay, that's it. That's Monday for us. Monday is sorted, and as you can see, 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening is 12 hours, which is correct. Okay, so I'll just speed up the rest of the program to cover Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is not working yet. Maybe we should just take care of that now. Yep, the reset works. That's good. Okay, let me take care of exit right now. Double click on the exit application dot exit there. Okay, now for the cancel, maybe I should end up and just use the same lines of code right here. Let's copy that, copy, and just double click, paste it there. That's cancel out of the way. Alright, so for the rest of Monday to Tuesday to Friday, let's get that sorted. Double click on that. Alright, now the calculation for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, including the wages per week, is completed. Let me show it to you guys. Okay, the first part of it is Monday. So if I scroll down, suppose you can see the code. Notice my local variable right here. Scroll right down, and and the next one is for the Tuesday. Those are the calculation for the Tuesday. Okay, I'll take it down. Let's have a good look at it. However, if you need the codes, you can always get in touch with me. That's Tuesday. There's 10 of those calculations in each of the radio buttons. So that's Tuesday finished. We have Wednesday now, another 10 of these. If you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The codes are similar, so you shouldn't have any problem. So that's for Thursday. Okay. I also have 10 of those codes in there. Then we have Friday. They are all similar lines of codes. So Friday again, that's it. And up to 10, as you can see, it's just same line of code. And finally, I just only have formatting of the wages per week, just to convert it to pound sign. That's all. Okay, so if I run the program now, what we need to do is enter, let's say it starts work 9 a.m. in the morning and finishes at, let's say, approximately 6. Yep, 6. Okay, so I'm just going to populate it and maybe carry out 1 or 2 changes. Let's say this guy started at 7 in the morning. 7, maybe this guy 8. 8, 7. Let's go for 8 somewhere. 8. Changes to 8. Okay, and they all finishes at maybe at about the same time. Okay then, and this guy here, maybe this guy here finishes at 5 o'clock. So the next thing left now is for us to enter the following there. Their wage, the hourly rate. Those are the hourly rate, and maybe 1 or 2 of them are actually settled for overtime in that very week. So those are the guys who settle for the overtime. So all I just need now is select Monday or the very day I want. Click on total. That is for total for each individual. Tony Parker, Johnny, up to Rocky. You can see their wages there for Monday. So let's see for Tuesday, and for Wednesday, select Wednesday as well. Thursday, let's go for Thursday right there. Friday, there, and that is their earning. Okay, this guy's earning seems to be wrong. I think I must have done some calculations wrong. On the other hand, that is how you create your own weekly working timesheet. Okay, so if I want to reset, all I just need to do is click on reset, and we carry out the calculation again. Let me check what must have gone wrong, then I'll be right back to you guys. Okay, all of the information for Monday is now there. The wages for Monday is now visible again. So let's check out Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday is fine. Let's go for Wednesday. Wednesday is fine. Now let's go for Thursday. Thursday is fine. Friday, and that's it. So So it looks like I said earlier on, I just need to fix this calculation here for this guy right here, and that's it. So let's have a look at that. Okay, the error has been fixed. So now I've entered the data of when they start and when they finish work, hourly rate of pay, and overtime completed. So let's see if our calculation will be working as expected. So let's have a look at this very rule here. So we have 69 pounds on Tuesdays. That is correct. Wednesday, and the error here is fixed as well. Thursday, Friday. It's beautiful. And that's how you develop weekly working time sheet in Visual Basic. Like I said earlier on, if you have any need for these very codes, please let me know. And you all have a nice day now.